we should understand. We should have a perspective of it might not necessarily be you,
right.
but you might be the one to impact that person that is the one.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like you might be the one to plant that seed in that person that is going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, change the whole game in a good way.
Yeah, I had that conversation with some brothers earlier this year, and we just basically, summed it up by saying every Batman needs an Alfred.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Alfred was, shoot.
Alfred is everything.
Absolutely.
Alfred adopted him.
Yeah,
Alfred is the one who cultivated him. Alfred is the one who gave him the tools and nurtured him and did all of these things for him. We might see him as the butler. We might see him as the guy who ain't out there saving the day. But without him,
no, for sure.
There wouldn't be a Batman.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to your point, like, we don't know all of Martin Luther King's influences.
No, for sure.
But I'm quite sure his daddy was one.
Yeah.
And some other people were one that we'll never hear the names.
Well, no, but their influence on him was
absolutely
was damn near more important.
And I think that if everybody's trying to be Batman, we lose sight of what our presence means
For sure.
to the people around us.
Yeah,
For
sure.
Yeah, Mama Queen said, yes, it might not be you, but it may be your downline.
Absolutely. And I think these important conversations, I think these conversations are important to have because right now I'm seeing this attack on musicians, artists, stuff like that. And we actually shout out to the homie Jay Scott. We had this conversation with him too, and it's like you're just seeing it's something happening in the artist realm that's like is really making you have to pay attention and really get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Because you like you said, we seeing all these people pass away, and it's not just so and so that show up at the shed. It's the heavy hitters. It's it's the heavy hitters, the gatekeepers.
Yep.
It's these people. You feel what I'm saying? And it's starting to get hit closer and closer to home. And where I'm at right now is I really want us to get our mental together. I really want us, because of course us being the geniuses that we are in a certain right. You feel what I'm saying? It's like everybody, like with talent comes a certain amount of genius, right?
Absolutely.
And there's so many struggles that come with that though. So many struggles that come with being talented. Whether it's in the church, whether it's outside the church, whatever. So many struggles that come with that, and it really affects your mental. And I really want us to pay more attention to our mental health, because even when it comes to like cats passing away over not taking care of their body, well, they start with their mental. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
People's spiritual health going down here. That starts with your mental. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that starts with your mental that we should really start paying attention to, because like I said, right now it's legit spiritual warfare on artists, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I think it's not just it's on artists to us because that's the space that we're in. But I just think it's an attack on humanity as a whole. I think that there is, in whatever marketplace that you're in or whatever it is that you do, people are seeing that same pattern, in those spaces as well. It's just that we happen to be musicians and artists.
Yeah.
So once it hits home for us, then we're made more aware of it. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's that way. And I think it's very intentional. Because of the fact that we don't really monitor, or we're not necessarily disciplined in those areas when it comes to our health, when it comes to our mental well-being or our spiritual well-being. It's we only got one body to do everything that we're supposed to get done.
And a lot of that is us. And well, the main reason I mention us is because yes, it is humanity, but because of what we do.
Oh yeah.
Because of what we do, we have to put our stuff to the side in order to. You feel what I'm saying? whether you in a club or in a pulpit or whatever the case may be in the musician pit, it's still ministry to me.
Right.
Whether you singing God Made a Way or It's the Way, it's still ministry. You know what I'm saying, to
Absolutely.
me. And it's like we get in these spaces where we can be going through hell. We can be going through all kind of whatever, but it's like once I hit this stage or once I hit this pulpit or whatever, none of that can matter right now. I have to, I got a job to do. I have to, and I think a lot of artists and musicians don't properly understand balance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of us understand properly balancing the things that we go through, being, taking a break, you know what I'm saying, taking a step back, going to therapy. We need therapy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need therapy. We need better prayer lives. We need all of that stuff. We need better meditation habits. We need all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, to properly go out and perform and do what we got to do.
Absolutely.
But a lot of times we ignore what we got going on in order to perform.
Yeah, we're taught to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taught to do that. It's just it's the culture, you know what I'm saying, that we can't. It's church culture. It's it could even be performance culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that one of the things that we tried to do with the jam sessions was to create a community where we could fellowship and encourage one another outside of music. Yeah. Because again, as you said before, like music, when people be like, I am music and music is who I am, like, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is what you do. It's the gift that God gave you. But who you are, it has to take priority.
It's like, take that away.
Over what you do.
Take that away. Who
Absolutely.
are you?
Okay, I'm really trying to read the comments. Y'all just, I keep trying to jump in. I mean, it's good. This is good.